Hello children, welcome you all to this session. Today we can continue the topic operations on series object. Let's start it. Fourth one, arithmetic on series object. We can perform arithmetic operations on this series object. The arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, division, etc. But this arithmetic operator is a binary operator, so we need two series objects to perform this arithmetic operations. Then it will produce the result on two corresponding items of the two objects. Okay, but it has a limitation. That is, the operation is performed only on the matching indexes. The operation is performed only on the matching indexes. Two series objects are there. If these two series objects have the same indexes, then only we can perform the arithmetic operations on these two series objects. Otherwise, it will produce the NaN value, that is not a number value. Okay, if first object has indexes 0, 1, 2, then it will perform arithmetic only with objects having 0, 1, 2 indexes. For all other indexes, it will produce NaN, not a number. Consider this one. Here, 5 series objects are the OB1, OB2, OB3, OB4 and OB5. OB1 and OB3 have matching indexes. Then OB2 and OB5 have matching indexes. OB4 has some indexes matching with the OB1 and OB3. Here OB1 indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. OB3 has the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then here in this OB4 has some indexes matching with the OB1 and OB3, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 5, 6, 7 indexes are not there in this OB1 and OB3. Then OB2 and OB5 have matching indexes, same indexes, that is A to E. OB5 also A to E. Consider this 5 series objects with same matching indexes and different matching indexes also. Check this one. Here I perform OB1 star OB3. We will get the answer because OB1 and OB3 have same indexes, matching indexes. This also possible, OB1 divided by OB3. Matching indexes are the this OB1 and OB3. This also OB2 plus OB5. A, B, C, D, E. OB2 has A to E indexes. OB5 also has A to E indexes. Since objects OB1 and OB3 have matching indexes, both have indexes in the range of 0 to 4. We know about this. It successfully carries out given arithmetic operations on corresponding items of matching indexes. That also we know. That is, items with index 0 of both objects are performed the given operation. That is the point. Items with index 0 of both objects are performed the given operation. And the result given for the index 0. This OB1 has 0th index. OB3 also has 0th index. Then it will be multiplied by the 0th index values. Then the result is stored in this 0th index itself. Clear? Similarly, corresponding items having index 1 of both the objects are performed the given operation and result given for index 1 and so on. Okay? Likewise, OB2 plus OB5. Clear? Then we already said, that is, we will get a NaN value, that is not a number value, a missing data. Here I am performing OB1 plus OB4. OB1 plus OB4 computed the given operation for matching indexes 0 to 4 in both objects and NaN for non-matching indexes 5, 6, 7 of OB4. In this OB1 and OB4 have matching indexes, that is 0 to 4. 5, 6, 7 indexes are not in this OB1. So it will produce the NaN value. Likewise OB1 plus OB2. Here same matching indexes are not there. 0 to 4 for OB1, A to E of OB2. So all the indexes have this NaN value. Okay, clear this one? When you perform arithmetic operations on two series type objects, the data is aligned on the basis of matching indexes. This is called data alignment in Pandas objects. And then performed arithmetic. For non-overlapping indexes, the arithmetic operations result as a NaN, not a number. Clear? NaN, not a number, that is missing data. If the series object has same indexes, then only we can perform the operations. The non-matching indexes, we will get the NaN value. Clear? Then the next one is filtering entries. You can filter out entries from a series object using expressions that are of Boolean type. That is, the expressions that yield a Boolean value, that is true or false. How can we use this one? The syntax is series object, then within the square bracket you can specify the Boolean expression on series object. Consider these examples. Here, applying condition operator directly on series object works in vectorized way. We can apply this comparison operator directly on this series object, then it will works in vectorized way. That is, it applies this check on each element. Check this one on each element. Directly we are applying this comparison operator on the series object. So it applies this check on each element. 0th index, first index, second index, third index and fourth index. And then returns true or false for each element. Clear? Here also we applied this comparison operator OB2 greater than 10. So it applies this check on each element and then returns true or false for each element. Okay, clear? Then how can we apply this filtering entries to this series object? When this check is applied in the form of series object within the square bracket, I specified this Boolean expression. Series object, then square bracket, Boolean expression. Then it returns filtered result containing only the elements that return true for the given Boolean expression. We will get the filtered result containing only the elements that return true for the given Boolean expression. I specified here OB1 within the square bracket. I specified this Boolean expression. So those whose values are satisfying this condition, that all values we can see. Only the elements that return true for the given Boolean expression. Okay, clear? Likewise, this OB2 greater than 10. OB2 within the square bracket, I specified this OB2 greater than 10. Filtered result containing only the elements that return true for the given Boolean expression. Clear? Next one, sorting series values. We can sort the values of the series object on the basis of values and indexes. On the basis of values and indexes, we can sort the series values. First one, sorting on the basis of values. For that, we can apply one function, sort underscore values function. Sort underscore values. The syntax is series object dot sort underscore values. Within this parenthesis, we can specify the ascending is equal to true or false. That is optional argument. By default, it will sort in ascending order. That is ascending is equal to true. Okay, this is the syntax, series object dot sort underscore values. Then within this parenthesis, we can specify ascending is equal to true or ascending is equal to false. Clear? Check this one, S11. These are the values. Then I use this S11 dot sort underscore values. We will get the values in ascending order. By default, this ascending is true. Then I specified here ascending is equal to false. Then we will get the result in descending order. Okay, clear? Then on the basis of indexes, same as that values, we can use this index also, series object dot sort underscore index. Sort underscore index function. Ascending is equal to true or false. S11 dot sort underscore index. Ascending is equal to false. That is descending order. D to A. Here sort underscore index. We will get the result in ascending order. A to D. Clear? Then next one, difference between NumPy arrays and series objects. The major difference in ND arrays and series object are listed below. First one, in case of ND arrays, you can perform vectorized operations only if the shapes of two ND arrays match. That is, the size of the arrays are matched, then only we can perform the vectorized operations. Otherwise, it returns an error. Here, the size of the array is 4. Here, the size of the array is 7. So, we can't apply any vectorized operations in this arrays, ND arrays. It will produce an error. But with series object, in case of vectorized operations, the data of two series object is aligned as per matching indexes and operation is performed on them, and for non-matching indexes NaN is returned. You have already read about this functionality. Okay, clear? Second one, in ND arrays, the indexes are always numeric, starting from 0 onwards. But series object can have any type of indexes, including numbers, not necessarily starting from 0, letters, labels, strings, etc. The two major differences are, if the two ND arrays sizes are equal, then only we can perform the vectorized operations on this arrays. If the two ND arrays sizes are not equal, we can't perform the vectorized operations. It will produce an error. But in this series object, if the two series object have matching indexes, then it will perform the operations on them, and for non-matching indexes, it will produce NaN. Then second one, in this ND arrays, the indexes are always numeric, 0 onwards. But in this series object, the indexes are numbers, letters, labels, strings, etc. These are the two main differences between NumPy arrays and a series object. Okay, clear? Okay children, I hope all of you understood about operations on series object. Study these all topics in an effective way. The notes of the topic is attached. Take down the notes and learn it. A test paper is also included. submit your answers as soon as possible. That's all for today. We will meet in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye.